Girls Aloud Kimberley Walsh is very close to fulfilling her lifelong dream of appearing in the world's longest-running musical, Les Miserables.
Thank you.
With only 2 weeks to perfect her performance, she's straight in for a costume fitting. She'll be playing 2 roles. The first is a 19th century Parisian whore in the group ensemble Lovely Ladies.
Yeah, oh, that does work, but yeah, I might need a bit of extra help on the night, I think.
Next, it's time to get dressed up in the role she has always dreamed of playing, Eponine, a street girl who sings about her unrequited love.
Not quite the same as our Girls Aloud fittings, but they have to be a little bit more careful when they cut things, but we do still, we do cut things off like this. Slightly less glamorous, but I've still got the waist belt, so I'm happy. I've been wanting to wear this outfit for years, it's great.
She may only have a fortnight to perfect her performances, but she has to put her training on hold for 2 days for a Girls Aloud video shoot in Los Angeles. After filming all day and night and with little sleep, an exhausted Kimberley heads from LA to New York City, the theatre capital of the world, where she is due to work with some of the best trainers behind Les Mis on Broadway. But first things first...
I cannot wait to get to bed. I can actually just see it in my head. I can't wait to get in and get some sleep. And hopefully I'll feel like a normal human being tomorrow.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly.
The solo she will sing as Eponine is vocally demanding. On such a punishing schedule, Kimberley could risk damaging her voice. So she goes to see Liz Kaplan, the vocal coach behind many of Broadway's biggest shows, including Wicked, Footloose and Hairspray. Liz has taught most of the Eponines in Les Mis and will help Kimberley hit the big notes.
Yeah, all right. Hi.
How are you feeling?
I'm pretty tired, actually.
Have you done a lot in a short period of time?
Yes, and I think with the jet lag and stuff, it's just, you know, trying to wake myself up.
We'll go ahead and do a really gentle warm-up and make you feel really comfortable in your body.
Good idea.
Yes, what do you think?
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay. Stretch the tongue out by dragging it outside the mouth. That's a great breath. Stretch the tongue.
Having worked on the body, it's now time to get the vocal cords moving.
Our most important job is to make sure that the vocal muscles are warmed up so that at least we know that whatever you're going to do is not going to cause any harm.
Yeah.
Bite down on your pinky now, and we're just going to sing yee.
Yee.
Yummy, pinky for dinner.
Yee.
Lovely instrument, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
Once warmed up, it's time for Liz to teach Kimberley some tricks on how to hit the big notes in her solo.
There was one sound, blind. Because blind is not I, but it's an ah. That's how you can sustain those big notes.
Okay.
Do it with us together.
Yeah.
And although I know that he is blind.
It felt like I hadn't blasted them out for ages, so I was like, ugh.
But at least we know that we were warmed up, so you're not going to get hurt.
It is coming out, but it obviously doesn't feel as easy to me as it maybe should. I've only been pretending.
It's pretending.
Thanks to Liz's expert tuition, Kimberley is ready to belt out some of the biggest notes of her career.
Beautiful. That was really, really connected.
I enjoyed that one, actually.
I'm glad. You start feeling like there's a lot more power.
Yeah, and I tried to.
Because you have got the vocal chops to do this song.
Before I started this kind of challenge, I suppose, I actually didn't realise that I could even sing that high. I didn't know I could sing all the notes in this song.
What a great surprise.
So it was really nice, yeah. Sometimes you do lose confidence for a few days for some reason, and it takes for someone to kind of be like, oh no, you really can do this, for you to think, oh, it's fine, I'm fine, kind of thing. And she really made me feel like that.
Okay, big hug.
You're doing it well.
Kimberley, along with her manager Hilary, have a few hours off to take in some of the sights.
This would be a nice place to practice. Don't know if the rest of the people would appreciate it though, so oh God, I'm going to get this off in October, I know that much. Can you believe where Hilary's bringing me, everyone? Wait. Bondage. All the theatres are together and you're really sort of in it all, aren't you?
With only 8 days to go, next day, it's back to training. The first piece she'll be performing is Lovely Ladies. To give Kimberley a greater understanding of her character, she meets with Michael Pizarro from the Broadway production of Les Mis.
We're going to try to learn a little bit of Lovely Ladies,
Yes.
one of the big production numbers in the show.
Yeah.
What do you think that number is about?
Prostitutes. And it's kind of, I think it's done in a really quite funny way.
It would be great if I could just kind of see, based on what you know about the show. This is the easy part.
It's not easy being a whore on your own. And I've got all the rest of the guys around me, it'll be fine.
Just jump in, give it a go.
What, we don't know what key or anything it is.
Now, just whatever key's comfortable for you.
Lovely ladies waiting for a buyer, waiting for the customers who only come at night. Lovely ladies ready for the call, standing up or lying down or any way at all.
Great. Just to give you an idea of the amount of detail that we try to instill amongst our company here. So, for example, prostitutes of France in the 19th century, they were despised by everyone in society. Prostitutes risked their lives daily to perform the act, to oftentimes feed themselves or others.
Yeah.
How many men do you think you've had so far?
Well, I'm not really up on how many you can fit into a short space of time. But I'd say that it would be maybe a couple of hours, so they might have done maybe 2 or 3 if they're having a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think you have a good night all the time?
Probably not, no. Which I would imagine is not good.
So just with some of those little details that I've given you now, just really jump into it.
Okay, I really have no idea what I'm doing. This is so liking it.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Lovely ladies waiting for a buy, waiting for the customers who only come at night. Lovely ladies smelling through the smoke. I don't know the fucking words.
You know what? Even with the little bit of talking that we've done here, you could already see how that information and those details helped you. Your body language was different. Your vocal quality was different. I'm going to give this to you as our gift to you.
Oh, thank you. So at least I can do the groundwork before I get back to London.
It'll be fantastic.
I'll be a great whore by the time I get into the show.
Something in her being has locked into this material in a really positive way, and she's got it.
If I was doing it in my bedroom, I'd probably have been fine and I wouldn't have cared. But it was quite an intimate situation, so it was probably the most embarrassed I've felt so far. But you know, hey ho, get on with it.
What better way to end her whirlwind New York visit than to go to the theatre to watch the Broadway production?
Yeah, that's it. There you go. Being here and stuff, being on Broadway and feeling the buzz of it all. I think it's amazing, it really is. It just makes me think, you know, they must just feel so happy to be doing that job every day, just walking down here, going into the theatre.
every night. It's just amazing.
Back in London and straight into rehearsals for her performance in less than a week. Kimberley's got a lot to master in a very short time. She'll have to learn her exact positioning for the Lovely Ladies piece.
Right.
As well as perfecting it vocally.
Ready for a thick one or a quick one in the park? Got a raucous, rough edge to it.
Wait for the customers.
This is the worst thing about it.
I just didn't want to sing a thick one and quick one. That's why I forgot the words.
I love him. She's saying I love him for the first time.
She then has to get every detail of her big solo as Eponine just right.
You're walking very elegantly. She's a street girl, so her walk is...
Start the drive straight away. I think basically you're expelling too much air. So take the breath after I love him, but every day I'm hurting.
There's a lot to take in, and Kimberley's finding it hard.
Just getting it in my head.
With only 3 days before the big performance, it's time for Kimberley's first rehearsal on the Les Mis stage.
I am always early, and this morning I could have been late. I was that tired. I was contemplating, just thinking, oh, half an hour late, it's not that bad. But I couldn't do it, so I could drag myself out of bed.
This is where she'll be performing her 2 pieces in front of a paying audience.
It feels really exciting to be backstage. It's got like a really specific feel to it and smell.
Got a lot of callers, but they
He's paid an awful lot of money to conduct the show.
I was just really enjoying myself there, dragging all the notes out.
No conductor with the band?
Oh no. Oh, none of that business. You must be joking. Just get the notes out in the middle of the dance routines. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me.
So just because the word eyes is easy and sounds nice, you've made it twice as long as every other word.
Okay.
Streets are barren everywhere, the streets are full of strangers.
Go back to the top, mate. Go back to the top.
Seems it's quite quick, isn't it?
You went da dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee. Yeah.
Okay, just keep it.
Yeah, just keep it going a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though she's obviously done her homework, you know, it's very, very difficult to come on stage and just do it. So I think she's doing very well. I mean, there's a long way to go.
I know that he is blind.
But with Kimberley needing every vital moment until the performance, there seems to be a problem.
I've been working quite hard and the jet lag is, you know, creeping in a little bit and my voice is getting a bit tired.
She'd normally have months to learn her parts and so needs all the rehearsal time she can get. But if Kimberley's voice goes, her Les Mis journey will be over.
I'm now genuinely concerned that if we work tomorrow and all day Friday with the orchestra, we might have a very tired Kimberley on our hands. So I've, with the other executives, I suppose, decided that we should have a day off.
She's under-rehearsed, overtired, and on the night she'll have the added pressure of performing in front of her family and friends. Will Kimberley's childhood dream become a real-life disaster?
God, I just feel like there's far too much to take in.